Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today is June 1st, 2024. This is the daily reading for the collective. It doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter who you are. As far as the date is the right one, hopefully you can be benefited by this video. Knight of Wands energy, if it is something that we can improve, um, if it is an energy that can bring improvement to our lives, it is about being adventurous. The Knight of Wands doesn't always care about very long-term goals. They have a short temper, and they like excitement. So today is a day that we need to ask ourselves, what do we feel excited in our lives? Are there something that we have been longing to do, but it is kind of outrageous, and maybe judged by some other people in our lives? Or maybe we would judge ourselves by doing that. Perhaps there are many concerns on doing something that we really want to do. But today, there are moments that we can actually plan for doing such activity or activities, because there are the windows of time that we can utilize to do those things that we usually won't do. For people who live a very mundane life, today is a day to think outside of the box. Sometimes, I'm not saying mundane living is not a good thing. It can be a very good thing. It depends what kind of personality you have. But sometimes, living a very mundane life can also lead to stagnation. It can be a spiritual stagnation, it can be a stagnation in an overall situation. So, when Knight of Wands appear, it is a time to do something different and try to let go of the routines. I can understand that many of you still need to follow your routines and complete your obligations and your daily tasks. But if you can spend a little bit time today to do what you feel like is kind of too luxurious or too risky. Of course, you have to think about your limitations. I suggest people to do something that you know that can be risky, but not overly risky. Knight of Wands energy is about something you can try, you can experiment. Maybe you're longing to buy something that you really want to try it out. Then today is the time to try it out. If you can get a receipt, then I believe that all is well. If you purchase it, you can try it out to see if the product actually fits your needs. I also understand that return policy is different from region to region. So maybe at your place, at your country, maybe returning merchandise is a very problematic thing and a very rude action. So in this case, I would suggest you to go to places you can try them out, before you make the purchase. Um, so so you can you know at peace. No need to bother about the returning process. um, Knight of Wands energy is about trying something new, um, without too concerned about the result. um, if you are someone who are always concerned about the result, then today might be a day that um, you know it can turn out different from what you expect, but it doesn't mean there is no value. There is value if you see it as an experiment. Even if things don't work out, it actually still gonna give you some sense of enjoyment. But at first, we have to let go of the mentality of really wanting things to be in a certain way, because Knight of Wands energy is not about the end result. It is about being adventurous, being courageous, having the courage um, to move beyond the stagnation and move beyond the routines that we always have. So, a Knight of Wands energy is also about being brave. So if you are struggling with some decisions or actions that require you to have a lot of courage to do so, then today is a day um, to really manifest your bravery and courage to do something that you have been longing to do, because the universe will support you by allowing you to understand the importance of the energies of Knight of Wands. Um, there might be instances or situations where you will be triggered to do something without thinking too much about the results. So for some of you, you need to be careful because it depends on the situation. If you are in a situation where you need to make a very bold move, which will lead to long-term consequences in the future, then I believe that you still have to look at all of your options and to secure yourself. But at the same time, try not to be too afraid of making such move, because being overly afraid is not a good thing. But on the contrary, if we are being too bold about moving forward, that can also be a problem. So, you know, we just have to be courageous, be brave about things, but at the same time be cautious. Make sure that our goals are not how can I explain? Make sure that the courageous move that we are making today does not have complications and negative consequences. I know not everything is always under our control, but at least if we try to minimize the chaos, then I still believe that it can be very beneficial to all of us. as far as we understand the energy of Knight of Wands, which is not always about the results but the process. So, whatever you decide to do today, can you hear the noise behind me? Is the car racing? So I believe that there will be very quick and swift decisions and actions that will be, you know, part of the theme for today. So I would say be prepared for the speedy development of things, and also be grateful for some sort of removal of the stagnation. And you know what? If we are passionate about what we are doing, then that matches the energy of Knight of Wands. Because the Wands energy is about being passionate about things, and today is a day to ignite our passion towards what we believe in, what we want to do. Because as you can see, on this Knight of Wands clothing, there are the salamanders. So in this process of experiment, regardless of the end results, we are actually overcoming a spiritual or even physical rebirth. So even though we might not know about the end results, but at least in the process of trying something out, we are able to regenerate our soul, our mind, our body, and spirit. So this is very important to remember, because if we feel like, oh, we need to see the end results today, well, probably it's not going to happen within the day. But the Knight of Wands energy is about the process, and the initiative to try new things. Trying new things is not always promising. That's the key. But if we stop trying new things, we will just spinning in circle. So it depends from where you're coming from. If you want stability, then today might be a little bit challenging. But if you love movements, then today can be the best day ever. Because the Knight of Wands energy is about movement. It is about messages. It is about passion. So yeah, I hope that all of you can have a courageous day ahead of you, and I hope this energy will actually remove the stagnation in your life, and not only in your life, but maybe your mental process, your psychology, psychological side of reality. Hopefully this energy can remove the obstacles altogether. So thank you for joining me today, and if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It really helps a lot, and I'll see you next time. Take care.